Part of the problem is I haven't flown the EX2 Mini very often compared to the Bug 3, but another part I've still got the TX03 all-in-one unit, and I've got used to high resolution from the Caddx Ratel Starlight and also the Foxeer. So I think there's a transplant on the cards. I think I'll put the Caddx into the EX2 and see how I go. So here's the two EX2s side by side on the lawn. Not too much difference. What's changed my plans is I've had another transmitter arrive and another camera. This is another Foxeer Razer, so that's what I'm using. So here's the tops off, and you can see the fairly normal one on that side with the old TX03 all-in-one unit plus the standard ESC board. On this side we've got the one with the Foxeer Razer in it with the 4-in-1 12 amp, 12 to 15 amp board behind it and the tri-blades. So there they are stacked, showing all the difference in size between the lenses. And also just showing the overall innards of the two. So here's the test flight. So straight away I got what I was looking for, which was a much better view in the goggles. I'm still using my Aomway Commander V1 that I've had for at least a couple of years. They've gone really well. And as I say, it's a very pleasant flying experience compared with the older and smaller camera in the TX03. So of course, with not being an all-in-one camera, I had to have a transmitter, so that's where the VTX02 comes in. So looking at what other people have done, I drilled a small hole in the cover and it sticks out under that protruding tail, and that works really well. So I took it up to about 50-60 meters max just to check it out, and I don't think I got any range warnings at all, which is a really good development. So flew around, not too much in the way of wind. What I did notice was the tendency when you throttle down for the thing to wobble a bit, and even tuning the jumper, I don't seem to have found a way to totally take that out, which is a pity. I think it's a limitation of the Bug 3 Mini flight control board rather than anything to do with the fairly ordinary 4-in-1 ESC board they come standard with. But as I say, it was a fun flight. It was a pleasure to fly with the Foxeer Razer. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, the only thing is the video, while it's very good for what it is, it doesn't compare with HD video, particularly 60 frames per second stuff that I'm used to for a smooth, clear picture on YouTube. So I'm starting to think I'll probably make fairly limited use of it, apart from having a bit of fun. So a better alternative might be to put the Caddx Turtle version 2 into this one, and that way I can record HD video in a tiny bird that, well, in fact it looks like a bird far enough away. It's very small, it doesn't have a big camera protruding underneath it. So I think that's going to be my next step with this little bird, and I'm sure I'll be able to use the Foxeer Razer somewhere else. But yep, trial and error, mix and match, and it's all good fun. I've learned quite a bit along the way. Enjoying myself while I'm doing it, because you really get to see your neighbourhood in a whole different light, and I find I'm constantly looking out for new sites to fly, and this is one I hadn't thought of before. I thought, well, I'm launching a fairly high point, I'm not going to fly over people, bit of interest, bit of trees, bit of infrastructure, and here we come in. No, close pass. So I've played quite a bit of tennis on those courts over the years. There's a school and kindergarten further up the road. In fact, our son went to that school when we first moved into the suburb. And the plant and equipment there is actually a sewage pumping work. Everything goes down to a large treatment plant quite a bit south of here. So here's where I'm getting a bit of bump as I try to ease off the throttle gently to bring it down. I'll keep working with it. I mean, partly any drone, the more you fly it, the more you can't compensate for any inadequacies. And here we go. Well, that's about it.